Hello, hello, hello.
Hey,
I'm your girl, Intisar Eleanor. I'm joined always by my beautiful husband, Joseph Conner,
hey.
and you are live on the Movie Tape and Conner's couch. Come on into the room. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining us. And if you're just coming to, hang out with your people like you always do, thank you so much
Mm-hmm.
for showing up. Take your shoes off upstairs and get comfortable, okay? Because today we're chatting about Summer House as well as the last episode of Love Island.
Yeah.
So we wanted to kind of hit this before the newest episode comes out, which
Mm-hmm.
is like in an hour. So we're going
Right.
to try to hit you over the head as much as we can. And then you guys can go ahead and watch the newest episode of Love Island. We're going to go on a date and we're going to chat about it on Monday. How's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
So this week was our baby's birthday. You all showed such an overwhelming response, and you guys gave and you just really hit her up, and it was all love, and it was so appreciated. So I really want to thank you guys for that because it has been a year, and I
For
am very
real.
proud. This is your second Father's Day. I said your first Father's Day. Technically, this is your second Father's Day. She
Well,
was born the day, but she was born 2 days
yeah.
before Father's Day
Yeah,
last year.
that's kind of crazy. Yeah.
So, I want to say happy Father's Day to all the daddies out there, sugar daddies, good baby daddies, husbands, uncles, brothers, friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the good men in our lives that really hold us down and help us raise these bad ass
Mm-hmm.
kids. Okay. So I want to dig on in to Summer House first because I was actually alarmed, Joe, by what we watched last night.
Why were you alarmed? Because I didn't feel that way. I kind of felt like they could have saved that episode. She's talking about Summer House, the aftermath. And I just felt like not a lot that went on or not a lot happened.
And that's why I was alarmed
Oh.
because I think that this was an effort to continue the show as this effortless ecosystem of young, hot singles who can hang out and get through anything. And the truth is, we can't get through this.
Yeah.
And it's okay that there's some things that we just can't get through. Like I think that's okay. You know what I mean? And I feel like everybody's attempt to make whatever happened feel small, there was only one person in the room that I felt like was actually holding people accountable, and that was Lindsay.
Yeah, no, Lindsay. Honestly, Lindsay surprised me because I told y'all like when we did the what was it the
The
first
first
couple
part of the
live that we
reunion.
did. I wasn't really feeling Lindsay. I just kind of felt like um she was doing too much. But I do appreciate a friend, especially a woman that can hold another woman accountable in real time. She was sitting right in front of her face and getting her together,
Oh, I
and I kind of
loved it. It was
appreciate that. It
delicious.
was it was real. Like it was. I thought it was pretty dope.
And I like that she said, like, we're they so things was happening. She was kind of talking out two sides of her mouth. One,
Lindsay was.
yes, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because one, I think she was trying to give Amanda the out that, oh, he's manipulating you. This is what he does to all women. She was
Uh
trying to give her that avenue, but on the other hand, she was like, you're an adult. You two made adult decisions, and now there's adult repercussions. The
yeah,
idea that
straight
you
up.
have not watched, it's your job to be informed about the season in order for you to sit down at the reunion and speak about it. So for you to sit down and know and tell your boss, I didn't do my due diligence, no, I didn't study for this moment, that's grounds to me not to come back.
It was a cop out, yeah. Like she was, and honestly, it was very caring of her. And I
Very.
think the arc that she's really trying to cling to is the victim arc. And I that's the other thing that kind of had me bored about watching the aftermath yesterday. I just kind of
It
felt
was
like,
boring.
well, I just kind of felt like I'm bored with this like victim bullshit. Like, every other word initially out of her mouth was, well, I was in such a bad marriage with
Yes.
Kyle. Kyle was such a
Yes.
monster, and like Kyle didn't sit you on Wes's dick. He didn't.
He
I don't want to
just
hear about
didn't.
Kyle. I don't want to hear about how he was such a monster and all that stuff. I don't want to hear none of that victim bull because I already see what you're trying to do.
And it's like, if we're being honest, I don't know if any of you have dated in New York, one of the easiest places on the planet. You might not find your person in New York, but you're going to have a hot date. So the idea that she couldn't find somebody who would have had an affection for her is so not true in the city of New York. That's number one. Number two, you're not going to get me to believe on this plane or the next that Wes is saying so many sweet nothings to you, that you are so enamored by his ability to express his love and affection for who you are. You won't get me to believe that, not today, not tomorrow, not ever.
Now let me do this. As a man, I've known the fuckboy category to split itself into two. One is the Nick Cannons of the world who just are insanely wealthy and everybody's just lining up to get their bills paid. The other is more of the suave, you know what I mean? He's just, y'all, they got to be 6'10", you know what I mean? So
Mm.
he's 6'10", he's good looking, and ladies don't give a damn that he's dogging everybody out, right? Wes doesn't fit into either category for me. So I'm very confused about it.
I
This
am
whole
so
thing
confused.
that like he just gets over on every woman he talked to. He pulled the wool over Sierra eyes, and then he pulled the wool over Amanda eyes, and then he pulled the wool over what's the other girl,
Mm,
Mihai.
yeah.
I just don't.
But do
What
you want to know my
I
theory?
don't get it. He's neither tall or rich or
And
insanely or insanely.
according to Lindsay, he doesn't even have a
So
big
what?
Peter.
I don't understand it. But now it's
I need to go on Reddit and see that dick pic, okay?
no not.
Um, but what I so this is my theory, and this is what I want women who are as kind and gentle and stunning and flawed and as Sierra to understand. A lot of people, not a lot of people, a lot of non-adults. It was like teenagers all up in my comments talking about, and I know they're teenagers just because I expressed that Sierra has to hold a bit of this because I truly believe that as a woman, after a man has spoken about you in the manner that he has, he should not even have access to you. And
100%.
I think that the way that she handled it before was absolutely correct. And she could have been kind to him and not been nice. Okay. Because two things can live, right? And I feel like Amanda, Mihai, and Sierra are the same exact woman.
Mm.
I think it's just different font, and I think that Neil
You would
was
have to be the date
you would
to
have to
line up
be,
for him.
and Mihai even worse because she's still talking to him. Like it's something
But also
desperately
that part,
wrong with that young
and
woman.
I'm not going to pretend that when I was watching this yesterday and I saw Mihai talking to
Is
Sierra,
it Mihai or Mia?
I don't know. But when I saw her talking to Sierra, I also thought she something wrong with her. This is a little weird to me. Cause she was also like very lighthearted about the whole situation, talking about how it was fun to run around in the shed to be a side chick.
Exact, but that's self esteem,
What the fuck?
and
I'm sitting
and
here like,
that's
what are we watching right now?
and I don't want as women the reason why I really want to talk about this because I think as women this is such an important social study. I think that it's so important for you to understand if he wants you to be in the shadows, that's intentional.
Well,
That's not for fun. That's not so you
absolutely,
guys can have this like,
absolutely.
oh, well, it's ours. No. You don't want anybody who's nonchalant. He needs to be chalanting all over these big, beautiful United States. And if he's not, then what exactly are we doing? How did you conform your brain, young woman, to make yourself believe that a man should not, number one, hold you in the highest regard of respect, but also let people know that he has an affection for you? You're a bad bit. This is I had a man tell me one time, I do certain things the way I do because I know you're a bad bitch. And I know you go out in the world and other people see you and they know you're a bad bitch. So I have to show up a certain way. And yeah, when I go out, I want to make sure people know and because I see you. You know what I mean? These are beautiful women, right? But they feel nothing for themselves. And that's the most unfortunate part. Because if you felt even a monicum of confidence for the woman that you are, he wouldn't even be able to blow in your direction.
I think um that's factual, but also it's proven to me that you guys are the lowest of the lowest hanging fruit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part of the accountability that you said the teeny boppers was in the comments and they were refused to hold, which doesn't surprise me because in that video that we put out, it was just a snippet of one of our last lives. There were, I saw a great deal of adults. I saw a great deal of adults agreeing with what we were saying about there needs to be some accountability for Sierra. and anybody else that lines up behind these trash can of a man like the West of the world, where it was telegraphed that they were going to treat you like shit eventually.
Right.
This is
He
not.
had done it before. The weirdest part about this is that he had done it before to all of them. So they're all, that's another thing. It's all rinse and repeat. They're all going through the same thing.
Come on.
And that's why you have to be very concerned and very um you have to just really pay attention to who you give your time to. The only good thing I got out of her talk, Sierra talking to me, was that she corroborated her story and really showed that they are living the same life.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? Do you
Right.
know how? Well, that's number one. Number two, Sierra, don't you let no man take strangers up in your goddamn house. Are you crazy?
But that was weird
Are you,
too. But that was
are
weird
you
to me too.
nuts?
And the problem is, the more I learned about this situation, the more I think everybody involved is a weirdo. And I
I
think
think there's
Mihai got to hold a little bit of
weirdness.
this weirdness. Sierra got to hold a little bit of this weirdness. Amanda got to hold a little bit of this weirdness. And then the three of y'all, obviously Wes is a weirdo, but I think the three of y'all collectively, you have to have a certain level of self-esteem being in the basement to deal with Wes. The more I learned about Wes, I just feel like I'm not really sure why Wes was able to pull the wool over your eyes, being as though he doesn't seem like he's the sharpest knife in the shed to me.
Exactly. I feel like at this point, and this is not women blaming, this is holding our good girlfriends accountable. And I really,
And
I'm
it's just for me, it's what has stood out to me, right? Like initially I'm like, oh yeah, that was dirty work, you know what I mean? But then I learned more about the situation and how, even behind the show, Zar was giving me like, you know what I mean, the back end, and she was like, oh yeah, this happened before. And then Sierra went back, and then they was like flirting with each other after he had dogged her out.
yeah.
And then I'm like, that seems like a Sierra problem.
Which, let's say this. In truth, right? When you're in a relationship with people, it's okay to make up with the people that you've been in a relationship with. So I don't want that's not lost on me.
Not if they ain't shit and then they ain't shit you again. You can't blame them for being ain't shit. They just being who they was. You are the reason why you're going through this again, because this person showed you their ass and then you allowed them back into your life again.
Well, I think
And that's the
I don't want to
accountability
say that
part that I'm
you're
like,
the I don't I do believe that, like I said, there's some accountability for them to hold, and that's because that's important to say because we want to see growth, right? We want to see women thriving, and if what they that's what they want is a relationship where it's happy, healthy. They don't have to hide behind the have sneaky links. What is this thing with sneaky links?
that's what I'm saying. That's the
What
weird
is
part.
this
But that's
thing?
the weird part about it. Like the John Mihai was sitting in front of Sierra talking about how it was so exciting, and I loved how he would hide me in the shadows, and when we would go out, that's a side. You just relish in being a side chick.
He
Which
literally
there are women who relish in being a side chick, but we need to call them out for their bullshit. Is what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying?
But he literally relegated you to house arrest. So you come down, you're in New York from Philly, and then you stay at his house and you stay in the house while he go to the
That's what I'm
Hamptons.
saying. You just happy to be a side chick.
You're a little too happy. And then you know what else? And this might be a testament to West's personality because when I think about this as it happened in chronologically, he should have never even been in proximity to Sierra. He didn't even have a goddamn job. But that's what I mean when I say like his job was Summer House. Do y'all remember that? He got fired and then he got on Summer House and he ain't had no Miami taking a job and he was waiting to get a job. But then he got the job with Complex after he got on Summer House. So hashtag never forget. But like I really do think that we have to have higher standards. I think
But
it's
that's
okay
when
to
I
like people, but they have to like you more.
Well, that's a fact. But also, I do judge people. We talked about this before. I judge people by the people that they pick,
Mhm.
right? So when I saw Wes initially, I was like, I don't get it. I want to be on Sierra's side. I don't get it. And then I learned more about Wes, and then I got it even less. You know what I mean? And so
I actually
it
don't get
made
it.
me it made me look at the people involved sideways a little bit. You know what I mean? Miha's a weirdo because she just loved being a side
No,
chick,
she's the ultimate.
right?
I'm gonna be honest.
She
She's
just
probably between her and Amanda. I don't know
she
who's
loved
the
being a
bigger
side chick.
weirdo. It's very
Amanda
odd.
Amanda was doing the Karen thing,
Yeah,
which tracks. You know what I mean? Oh, I was in the bed.
we
I was
knew. We
married
knew
to
she was going to
Shrek,
do
and
that.
he was an ogre, and he was mean, and he
Yeah.
was a
Ooh,
monster.
I'm
He
an
was the
ogre.
yeah. She was doing all that. That tracks. The Sierra part, I didn't really get it. But when I started like watching Sierra more, even in this picture, her wig is given like
Don't do that to her. You
what's
got,
happening? What's
but
happening with
I'm
the
a
wig?
this is,
But that's the type that I was like, she would
but
date a West.
no, no, no. Let me okay. But the thing about Sierra is you got to think at this point she's booked and busy. She probably, although I believe she should
And
have
then your
never,
wig is lopsided and sitting like a Ray J hat.
because you coming. You know what? Don't do her. We don't talk about black
Come
women's
on,
hair
bro.
here.
Oh, we
Uh,
talking about it.
we don't. What did y'all think? I genuinely do not believe Miha should have been in her presence. I don't want us to try to make fetch happen. She does not have the personality that is necessary to even be on
Yeah,
TV.
that's
She
weird.
was mirroring Sierra, which was icky. And then it was like I'm not saying like she's the one who really need to deal with this, but I hate when people do shit for clout. That burns me up more than anything.
She's
Like,
almost, and you're right. She almost seemed happy that she was in the shadows, and now the shadows are in the light, and this is the only way that anybody was going to know that she was messing with Wes in the daytime.
and now she's still talking to him. Do you know how terribly low your self esteem has to be to watch it on TV? You would have to not believe your ears and your eyes.
Literally,
You would literally have to like the cognitive dissonance that has to happen in order for you to even believe a thing that's coming out of this man's mouth
yes,
is clinical.
yes,
It's clinical.
yes.
Kyle, the moment that man walked in your house and knew your mammy tapping dog, you should have beat the brakes off that motherfucker.
And
Okay. Period.
and I'm glad you.
You crazy.
To me, that was a hard turn and a perfect segue to Kyle, because Kyle is also a weirdo.
Kyle's
The
a
more I'm
weirdo.
learning about this, I just feel like everybody involved, Kyle, the man that's been smashing your wife in the shadows, comes to your house. Even the dog know him, know his scent,
That's
know
a
his face,
ooh, no,
and
it's sent. Ooh.
it's very clear that the dog was also involved in the situation. The dog is the
Yes.
only one that's not a weirdo to me, but the dog is also involved in the situation, right? This man coming to your house, sit on your couch, talk to you about I mean straight to your face, tells you, I not only did I used to I used to love your wife,
And
and
I
I
still
still
do.
do. Told you that to your face, and you are concerned with everything but the elephant in the room. You talking about a Sierra, you talking about me, oh, you owe Miha an apology, you owe Sierra your apology, you owe her mother an apology, you owe. I've never met a man, if I've never bought into the simp thing,
Yeah.
but if I did, it would be Kyle to me.
Okay.
What
So
the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
so this is my assessment of that. I did think it was a bit
Weird.
and I'm gonna tell you why. I think that he's trying to him and Lindsay's number one focus is saving this show. And you're not going to get me to believe otherwise. Kyle is actually happy. I'm going to be very real with you. Kyle is actually happy, and Lindsay alluded to this as well, that Amanda blew this shit up the way that she did, because now Kyle's business is in the black. You know what I mean? He's literally thriving. He's getting all types of brand partnerships. He's making money. He's getting DJ deals, and nobody's talking about the fact that he called his wife a bitch 100 times this summer. You know what I mean? Because what she did was so egregious. We can't even talk about that. So high key, he's trying to gingerly tiptoe around certain things because he don't want her to spread his sauce all over the place and vice versa. I genuinely believe that, right? So I think they're trying the way they're speaking is in a way like we can salvage this if we work together. Although Wes broke the fourth wall and said, I'm glad they kept it in. The producers kept it in because he was like, oh, well, they're not going to show this, but I'm probably going to get canned after this because of my reunion performance. And you absolutely did. And you absolutely should have. But it was for more than one reason than your reunion performance. You lack a level of discipline to be a successful human. pussy ain't nothing but meat on the bone. The idea that you could be around beautiful women and you don't know how to control your mammy tapping self says to us you are a liability in a human resource way, because he could be a violator of human resources. You could come onto a woman and she may not like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have now we know you're a liability that way because you'll sleep with anybody.
Yeah.
So Neil, we got to worry about that. Then when you come to work, you don't even show up.
Right.
So I really do take issue with, everything that has happened. And I'm actually glad that he's getting on up out of here. We need freshness. We need people who are willing to show up to work. Jesse dropped an entire timeline of his conversations with Amanda and Wes just to show that they've been lying to him this whole time. And people thought that was weird. And I say, no. I say, when you're dealing with narcissists who are committed to telling you lies, you have to keep receipts. You just have to. You know what I mean? Like and I feel like in this case, these people are committed to lying. It is something deeply wrong with the both of them. And somebody said they're looking at it like a job. They don't actually see these people as friends.
Oh,
Like,
I believe that. I believe that, and y'all know I've kind of raised that similar take when it comes to some of the other shows that we cover, the Love Islands, the Married at First Sights, right? These people, when we had the big Married at First Sight scandal, um, I felt with David and Madison and all of them, who are engaged, by the way.
yes,
So
congratulations.
congratulations to them. Um,
They're
but
married.
I thought that, you know, part of it, part of the public backlash to me was a little bit overblown, a little bit, only because strictly because of the sentiment that these people aren't friends. These people just met because they were thrown into this process and they actually were not friends. So Madison's husband is a stranger and David's wife is a stranger. She's not really pulling a Sierra and Amanda. I
Yeah,
just met you and we pretend that we have this bond on
exactly.
week 2. This is a situation where like y'all was supposed to be friends. I don't even know how they got picked to be on the show, but from my understanding, y'all
They
was
were all
already friends.
friends. They were all friends. They had already hung out. It started with Kyle, Lindsay,
Right.
Carl. They were all friends. Even Amanda, I don't know that she was a friend, but she was there. And to give
She would
just
have had to been because they was married, right?
but I mean she was there in the beginning before they got married. But
Yeah,
yes. But yes.
but yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
yes.
Yeah.
But to round this out, y'all, stand up. I'm so tired of weak ass bitches. It's not even funny. And stop, not only stand up, stop being around weak ass bitches. Like, you really can tell when people Amanda been a weak link. Ben, do you hear me? So my thing is I want y'all to really be able to look at the people around you, have a little bit more discernment, because some of these people are your ops. The craziest thing, and I've said this before about the Amanda Sierra situation, is that they absolutely positively destiny swapped over a basic
Mm,
ass little penis man. You literally blew up your entire situation. Not only with him, but with Kyle.
mhm.
You blew that shit up. So, oh, I told him I wanted to have kids. You're out of your mind to believe that this man who won't even commit to anybody is going to commit to you.
Right.
But that, especially your basic self, nothing is dynamic about you. That's the thing, right? And Sierra was 100% correct. You're not a star. And he is. And just like when you was with Kyle, Kyle got with somebody who was low hanging fruit, whose star was really dim, so he can prop himself up on your mother jumping
Mhm.
shoulders. That's exactly what what's going to do, and you're going to deserve it. And I never want to see you again. Let's move on. I want to stop and say Happy Juneteenth to the blacks,
Happy Juneteenth to the blacks
all the
emoji.
non-blacks to the back.
To the back.
Okay, it is Juneteenth, and I
Happy
hope y'all out there.
Wakanda forever to
Wakanda for
y'all.
me, you know that's my line.
Emoji.
Wakanda forever. Okay. Happy Kwanzaa. All right, and let's move on and talk about Love Island really quick. Love Island. Somebody called Love Island Married at First Sight Island.
That was funny, whoever said
No,
that.
I said this is hilarious. It was hilarious.
That was
The
funny.
people on Threads are really, really
Let me
clever,
tell y'all, if
bro.
y'all not on there, y'all missing out and y'all should not be on Twitter no more.
Y'all really shouldn't,
Leave,
especially all the blacks.
but also do not support that disgusting excuse for a man that bought Twitter, don't drive his cars, don't be on
If
his
you got one, we
apps.
not mad at you,
Sell it,
but don't get
sell
a
it,
new one. Don't
sell
get
it,
a new one, baby.
sell it. Okay. But yeah, happy Kwanzaa, happy
Period.
Juneteenth emoji.
Period. Okay. We outside. Also, shout out to Barack Obama.
Shout out
Did you?
to the real president of the United
I've
States.
been crying for the last 2 days about the beauty that is the opening of his library in Chicago.
That's really
It's been moving me.
it's really dope. And shout out to a couple of the homies that are playing the event there. They had a whole, I mean, they had a real lineup. They tried to do the fake lineup for the other guys thing,
Yeah.
and everybody quit. This one they had Common, and they had Stevie Wonder, and they had
Mm.
John Legend. They had everybody.
So shout out to them and class and dignity and the beauty that is a beautiful black family with a black mommy and daddy and badass black women that they raised. I'm just overwhelmed with the idea that we are just so regal, guys, and I hope you guys feel that today. Um
I
and
felt it
every
today.
day.
I was leaving the gym, and the one guy said, you know how you walking out, and they'll the people at the desk they'll
Yeah.
say, have a good day, and they was hitting everybody, have a good day, and he saw me and he said, Happy Juneteenth, have
Period,
a good day,
brother.
and I said, yes, my
Period.
guy, you already know,
Exactly.
emoji,
Exactly. And that's what we want to see. And I'm saying all that to say, go get your license to carry,
straight
everybody,
up,
and then go buy 3 guns. Uh, that's my advice for the day. All
straight up.
right. Um, so yeah, we're talking about Love Island. Let's dig on in. So we did a mailbox episode. I'm gonna be honest. I enjoyed the mailbox episode in theory because it wasn't no tongue kissing. That's my truth. I don't know about y'all, but I'm like tired of the tongue
Yeah,
kissing.
they can release me from that.
Please release me. Okay. I believe young people are making out. I don't need y'all to be running up to each other and hitting each other's teeth. I don't need it.
But
Okay.
also, I want there to be more meaningful challenges, more meaningful interaction. Um, this is called Love Island, not Fuck Island. You know what I mean? That's a
Well,
different movie. I'm sure somebody made it, but I don't
oh
have
no,
interest in it.
it's on the sites.
I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure there's a parody. I'm sure, and
But
I
Tracy said this episode was so
no,
messy.
100%. And I just want there to be more intentionality behind what happens on the show rather than like, go kiss this guy in the mouth, go kiss this girl in the mouth. Oh, the boom boom room is open. Why is the boom boom room open? The boom boom room shouldn't be open because the show's only been on air for a goddamn week and a half.
So yes, Kenzie needs to go home. That is a fact and not
That's
an
true.
opinion. Okay, I'm
That's
tired of
true.
Kenzie. But before we get to Kenzie, can we talk about Kata and Zach, the homosexual, going
Nah,
to I forget what it's called, hideaway.
they shouldn't have went
And
to the
then
hideaway, but they did.
hello, she gave him broke him off some poom poom that he did not want. He did not want it.
And honestly,
He said, "Now I'm gonna have to do this
that's a fact
to
to
her
me.
face."
Yeah. And it was weird because to me he was dropping like clues that he wasn't really like trying to get down like
He
that.
is a homosexual.
Listen, I ain't say it.
Okay.
So, but he was dropping clues. He was dropping clues that like, I'm not really for this. You know what I mean? But also, what's with the hypersexuality of the whole thing? That's also what I wasn't really feeling. Like,
And we know y'all ain't fucking. Y'all too young. Like, y'all
but
doing a little shing thing,
but
but y'all
Kenny
ain't
said, too
fucking.
late. Fuck Island is in full effect. It really is.
It is. It's in full
That's
effect.
not what we signed up for.
Not at all.
That's a whole nother network. Put that on Zeus. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Fuck Island.
No, but not only that, Zach 1000% wants Bryce.
The Zach and Bryce situation is very weird.
But my
I ain't gonna
question is,
hold
do
y'all.
y'all think Bryce wants Zach, or does Bryce just want a friend? Do you think that Bryce is just like, oh, this is my friend? Because I know men of who are a non-black that will do things like that with their, like,
Yeah.
be more playful with their friends,
Yes.
but
Yes.
it's not in a homosexual
Yeah. Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
But I feel like Zach has a crush when he did the stretch.
The stretch was
Y'all, please
very.
tell me y'all saw the
I don't know what
stretch.
was going on with the stretch.
Why would you let a grown man put his balls on your thigh
Now he,
meat like that if you didn't like it?
the
When
thing
you had to
is,
like it a
if you're
bit?
at a basketball game, at a football game, you will see men stretching like that all the time, right? This was in a bedroom, on a
With two
bed.
other men in the bed?
It was on the bed. Now, if you going to say you need to get stretched out, some people need to get stressed out. You
Go
know what I
ahead,
mean?
Joe.
Say you need to get stressed out. We have to go outside in the middle of the yard on the grass. Let's stretch out here. You're not going to stretch me out on my bed in the bedroom. I'm not. We're not stretching like
It felt like he was very familiar
that.
with
Not
that
familiar.
position.
It
Now,
was
he
too
did
much.
say that's a part of his profession. Did he say that, y'all? Or did I miss that? He did say
Yeah, cause
that.
what is he? Is he a trainer or
I
something
don't
like
know
that?
what he does.
Oh.
I'm still alarmed by the fact that this young man does not like Kata. He does not like her. He told her to her face that
I believe it.
after she gave him some pom pom, he says, "Oh well, maybe a bombshell will come in. Like I'm not trying to close nothing off." And this is why y'all cannot be sleeping with these men. He don't like her. And the thing is, sleeping with somebody in the bed, I think messes with your brain.
I would agree. I would agree. I don't think that he's into her, but for her, I don't think it matters. Does that make sense? And that's
Why?
I think it's a lot of game playing happening. And I
Oh.
do feel like part of this, my issue is with some of these couples, the game playing is at the forefront of what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And if you're in a coupling and it's working, cool. I'm like, Bryce and Trinity been game playing since week one to me. Whatever, right? That's fine. But when somebody starts to crack and they start letting their partner know,
Casey,
like, yeah, you know what? I mean, if a bombshell come in here, I'm gonna have to holler at that. So just so you know, that's him trying to communicate to her, like, oh,
I'm not
this
closed.
is a gameplay. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make a move when it's time to make a move.
But that's why also they should have been in the bottom. I know we can't put them all in the bottom because if I'm being honest, Joe,
Who you talking about? That can
Casey, I mean
Oh,
Kata and
oh. The problem is so many people should have been in the bottom,
nobody would have been at the
and
top.
it would have been nobody at
Everybody
the
really
top.
needed to be at
Everybody
the
could
bottom.
that no 100%. Everybody couldn't have been at the bottom, but so many people needed to be in the bottom. And I, for the first time in a long time, I finally felt like the right people were in the bottom.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So let's take a step back to Melanie, and
Child,
Sincere of it all.
Soul is wearing me out, y'all. And I was
S-
trying to cape for Soul real hard because I liked her vibe, I liked her look, I like the pixie cut. People be hating on you about the curl in the front of the pixie
It don't
cut.
bother me
It
that
don't bother me at
much.
all. Everybody don't need a North Philly. Oh, lay your edges down and put the grease on it.
No, don't
Everybody
do
don't
that.
need that.
Don't do that black girl thing. That was kind of that was
I don't give a
racial.
damn.
Was
It
that
is
racial
racial.
or
It was
racist? That was a
racial.
bit
It was
racial. I don't
racial.
like
And I
that. I
mean it.
don't like
Everybody
that.
don't need
I don't
that.
like that.
Everybody does not need that.
Y-
That's not everybody's thing.
My thing
You know what
is,
I
I'm
mean?
not.
Soul looks perfectly fine with her edges bumped or whatever the hell she doing with the pixie cut. But everybody don't need to be laying their shit down with 10 pounds of glue. We don't need to do that. And I didn't like that she was I'm a big proponent of the underdog. So I felt like she was getting it from social media. I
Okay.
felt like she was
Okay.
getting it in the villa.
Okay.
And so I felt bad for her, especially one of the previous episodes where she started crying. And
Yes.
I got it.
When she
I'm
was
like, she's
pied.
tired. Like
Yes.
she needs to be. But then I thought that she should have been let go then. I don't like this humiliation ritual part of Love Island where people, well, we're keeping you because we pity you, even though I'm having a terrible fucking time.
I feel like that's the foundation of Love Island, though.
I
Pity.
don't love it.
I
Yeah.
feel like there's like something to that. So this is my thing with Soul. Soul is experiencing what I believe is pretty people punishment. I think that
No,
these
I talk about that because I think that is a thing that we don't see a lot,
yes.
but that I think she absolutely is experiencing because y'all talked about how the people who got picked for this show, the OG
Hmm.
Love Islanders, y'all didn't think was pretty enough, right? Which I think there was some validity to that. Excuse me. But and however, I think when Soul comes into the villa,
She's
they,
stunning.
and they band together. I mean, like the entire villa, it felt like, except for Sincere, band together to like punish the pretty. She was clearly, and to me, far and away, the prettiest person in the villa.
I agree.
And then I felt like it's the first time that I've seen a bombshell come in who was clearly far and away a bombshell, and then nobody want to fuck with her.
It was the very first time I've seen that. Um, that's the very first. I'm gonna be honest. That's the very first time I've seen it. That kind of blew me away. But I also think it's a bit of groupthink to what you're saying. I think that they're all trying to play like the truth of the matter is this is a long game. Like it's a marathon, not a sprint, right?
Hmm, hmm.
And I think the idea is like, okay, if we stay in a couple all the way to the end, then we'll end up being like one of the favorite couples. And it's like, look at where Ace and Shelly fell. Were they even top three?
I think so, but they wasn't one where they should have been.
They wasn't one or two, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
So my thing is like, so the idea that this is your strategy also doesn't work. I think it's most fun when we come in and we say, okay, I'm gonna still chat with this person. I'm still gonna catch their vibe, whatever the case may be,
But you
like
know
she
what
was
it
trying to
was
do.
though?
So
Hey, Captain, for happy Juneteenth.
hello.
You know what it was though, and people was talking about this online, especially when you bring up the Ace and Shelly of it all. I believe that the voters have been losing the plot, especially last season, right? We
Yes,
saw what Huda should have been off that goddamn show in week 2.
that's a fact.
So it's difficult for me. What you're saying is actually correct, but I think the vibe around it, the sentiment is difficult for me because I feel like Ace and Shelley got done wrong. They should have won the show. The essence of the show is that Ace and Shelley should have won the show.
But you also have to be liked.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
two
But
things.
they were likable. People liked Ace and Shelley, especially as individuals.
But I think that
You understand
people
what I'm
also
saying?
saw what the problem
I
is that
think people
it was
just like,
very clear what Ace was doing, and you can't be the producer and on the
we
show.
need a producer though. We need
But
a producer.
but you
Casey is the producer this year.
but
Shout out to
but
Casey.
look at what but this is why I said Casey shouldn't be the producer. Look at what happened with Kendall. We liked Kendall the whole time he was on the show. He ended up getting number 5. He
But
got either the fourth or the
that's
fifth
what I
slot
mean. But that's what I'm
because
saying.
people see
I'm
what you're
saying
doing
no, no.
as
I don't think that though.
manipulative.
I don't think I'm not giving people that much credit. I don't think people are that smart. I think what happened is people
Okay.
are actually dumber than we realize. If I'm being honest,
Well, that's
and
true.
then
That's true.
they gravitate towards the low hanging fruit, the Amayas of the world. Right, completely losing the plot. It's not Single
But that's
Island.
because they did not.
They didn't love Amaya and anybody else. They
But they
just loved Amaya,
but they did
which
not.
is completely losing the plot of the entire premise of the
But it
show.
wasn't
So they
about loving.
carried Amaya to the end, and it didn't matter who the fuck Amaya could have breathed on a producer,
It
and
wasn't
Amaya and a
about
producer
loving
would have won.
Amaya. It
It
was
was
about
though.
no, because remember, Ace came at Amaya, right? And then he said some stuff like, "You calling me baby? You doing this? You doing that?" Then it became this thing like, "Hold on, Ace. This is a part of her culture. So now we coming at you. Now you're not gonna till you do right by me. You're not getting past this level." That's what happened. When you go back and look at it, people just didn't want Ace and Shelly to win. That's really what it was. So that's why they ended up voting for Amaya and the Bull. I don't even remember the man's name. That's really what happened.
Captain
It had
Ford said Ace blamed producers for making Islanders keep Huda and whatnot, and I do believe that there
thank you
was
for listening to his interview because I
I
was not.
I do believe that there was some politics in there. I think that was also an individual thing. They felt like that was another thing that I think the production tried to veer away from this season. They booked a whole heap of influencers last year, and it was
Yes.
very clear. And they
Yes.
tried to self correct, and now they literally went into Home
And they
Depot
didn't know she was violent.
and mentally ill,
Yes.
and they literally this year just went to Home Depot and grabbed somebody.
Which I don't
One
mind
of the people
that.
was Trinity, and it was fine, whatever. But at least they weren't Huda. Well, barring Melody, we'll see how this plays out. But I do think that there was some type of keeping people in because production or some type of politics saw the value of them being on TV. I think Amaya was one of them. I think Huda was one of them.
For sure.
And so
1,000%. I do agree. I do agree with that. And I think in the same vein, Kenzie is being kept around because she's a white blonde woman with blue eyes, and you will not get me to believe otherwise. She must go. I have so much, and Kenzie shouldn't go because I just, what are you doing here?
honestly,
Like, what are you doing here?
I don't know why Kenzie is still here, if I'm being honest. I think even though see, let me retract that. I think there's so many people that need to go before Kenzie needed to go. Right. I think Soul should have been gone the when she got I think somebody made a good point, and I wish I would have saved this thread post.
Mhm.
But somebody said Caleb and Soul did what they needed to do. Let them go. They were bombshells. They came in. They had multiple shots to find a connection. Nobody is picking them. Let them go home. Also, we talked about last night how the bombshells don't feel like they in a rotation like they used to be. Right? It
Right.
used to feel like a bomb was dropping, like this was Iraq.
But
It
somebody
was like every time
said,
you look
no,
up, it was
really.
another person in the villa, right?
Somebody said it's been from the previous season by this time, it was 9
And I
bombshells.
believe
And
it.
this season, it's only been
And I
6.
believe it. And so I do think that there's something
But
lost
please
there.
put Kenny's.
What did Kenny say?
Kenny, please.
What did Kenny say?
She is not really a blonde. She's a brunette. Kenzie Warecass. Please.
Yeah, no, I mean this is true.
But also whack as hell. Why is she so whack?
She is whack. But I do think that
Honestly,
there's some
oh Lord.
politics involved in it. Um, but I do think that there's so many people that should have went home before. Soul should have went home. I think Caleb should have went home. I think there's a lot of people that maybe even Gabe before this whole when Beatrice left, it should have been like, okay,
Yeah, because
Gabe,
what
you're single and vulnerable. The whole like let's throw Gabe with Jen didn't make no fucking sense. What are we doing?
Gabe is just there to get his pipe wet, and Jen is just there to wet the pipes. Okay, if you picking up what I put down, I don't even know why this baby is here. I really and I'm glad we have some beautiful people coming into the villa. So do not get me messed up, y'all.
Where they at?
Not that I don't think that they're all beautiful in their way, but I do believe. I mean, this is my thing. Although I believe Gabe is here for a good time, I'm not mad that he got sent home. I feel like,
I'm not
okay.
mad that he got sent home because Beatrice went home, who was his real connection, right? Gabe was crying real tears, not the crocodile tears, not the Huda tears, not the Mackenzie tears. He was crying real tears when Bia got sent home. So to me, he's one of the people who I think I would have kept in, right? When
Mm,
Bia was there. But when it's very clear that their love interest is gone, it's like let them go. Don't just throw them in another coupling and then be like, well, this is a producer made coupling. Because that's also we vote on the show.
yeah,
Let it come from either the people who are choosing each other
yeah.
or the fans. When you start, that was my whole thing with the whole Nicolandria shit. This was the producer made farce.
It, yes. How did you feel? So everybody wrote a letter to each other. That we did the mailbox episode or whatever the case may be. Who did you think had the best letter? We know at this time Soul and Caleb did not get a letter because their people are duplicitous. No, I'm kidding. Uh, Sincere sent his letter to Melanie, which I don't think is an issue, and
No, I knew that was
Corbin
coming.
sent his letter to Kenzie,
Yeah.
and she sent one to him. So who did you think, and y'all bust down and let us know, who do you think had the most genuine letter? Like you like, okay, I could see this really blooming into something. If anyone.
I I
Y'all let us know.
I thought that Anaya's letter was like the best letter to me. You know what I mean? I could now full disclosure, Anaya is wearing me out. I
Wearing
think
me
Anaya,
thin.
this show is called Love Island. You cannot
It can't be
be
married at first sight,
it
Island.
cannot be married at first sight island. You can also not be flummoxed after every challenge. Anaya got mad at KC after a challenge where he was bound, gagged, and blindfolded. I mean,
he
it was the
was. He
definition
was.
of not having any fucking control
He
over anything that.
was. He was.
What are you mad at this man up for?
No, literally.
It's just it's giving the self-esteem is in the basement, and this might not be the show for you. And however, I do think that Anaya's I think that she did a really good job with her letter. You know what I mean? Expressing how she felt and all the things. I do appreciate that.
So this is my thing with Anaya.
I got you on my mic.
What? Free me. I really need to be freed. I think that was my mic. I really need to be freed from
Mm.
Anaya. I don't know why. I just don't. Um, I don't see it for her. That's my truth. And I love a black girl, and I love a chocolate girl, and I just want her out of here. She's not having fun. I mean it. She's not having fun. And it's like the reason why she's not trying to. She has a rejection issue. She doesn't want to be rejected. So therefore she's not going to put herself out there. So
Mm.
now we're on Married at First Sight Island. Do I think she likes the comfort that Casey gives her? Yes. Do I think she likes Casey? No. And I don't think and I think that they find safety and solace in one another, but I think that they're doing each other a disservice by not just seeing what it is or putting yourself out there. Like this is going to be the only time in life when these people get off of here, everybody's going to be in their DMs. They're not going to have to worry about ever
That's true.
coming at a man again, right? So this is going to be the only time in life you need to come at a man and be direct and be just a whole nother persona.
Yeah.
This is the time to do it.
Yeah.
So coming in here with this fear-based mentality, and I get it, she in her 20s, so I'm trying to get a girl grace, but I'm tired of watching it. And she needs a little and it's indicative of being a chocolate girl in a world where you're the only chocolate girl.
Mm.
And the vibe is giving so afraid, and I just got to take whatever is given to me.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't. She's a beautiful girl. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But she don't know she's a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
So then she's going on the island with CNA KC. No dits on the CNA show. I'm just saying her daddy is a ball player. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Like, so but it's like, and I think KC is a sweetie, but KC wants to explore too, but he knows what that'll look like. And he doesn't want to be the guy.
He
And I
seems
believe this.
terrified. He seems terrified to explore, which also is a thing that Huda was doing. Tracy said that it's that
Uh,
Tracy said that
I can't see.
Anaya is stressing her out, but also she'd be perfect for Love Is Blind.
She would be, why is she not?
I
Because they
agree,
didn't pick her.
but honestly,
This was probably easy.
I don't think they would pick her. I think
Hmm.
to y'all point about what y'all was saying about the aesthetics of this cast, I don't believe that. Like, Love is and to my chagrin, I think Love Is Blind should have more regular people. I as though I'd be like, where is the 300 pound?
I
Like,
don't think I think she's a good looking woman.
I didn't say she wasn't.
But you said regular, so I was trying to understand that. Sorry.
She's regular. Anaya's regular
I
to
don't
me.
think she's
I think
regular.
Love Is Blind gets overly beautiful people, and I think that's not testing if love is blind. I say
Hmm.
that all the time to you, right?
Yeah.
Anaya to me is regular pretty. If there's a thing, there's a spectrum to me. You know what I mean? And I do think that, like, I don't know if she would get picked, but I do agree with the sentiment that, like, this might not be the show for you. This is the show where you get couples with a person, and then that person is tasked by production to tongue everybody in the cast in the mouth.
Period. I want to see bitches
What are you
kissing
talking
bitches.
about?
I want to see bitches kissing hot young people. That's why, as much as Melanie irks my Mammy Tatum soul, I think she's here for a good time, and that's why I'm gonna let her hang. You know what I
I don't think,
mean?
but I don't see Melanie being here for a good time. I think
I
Melanie,
know.
I think Melanie
Maybe not.
is
You're
very
right.
Huda adjacent,
She is
and
very close.
I think that mentally she is unstable.
I think the moment that I think they brought her on here because she said she wasn't a girl's girl, and I think and they were like, "No, when we get to I want you to say that in the package," and I think that that's because you want somebody who has the balls enough to go up and talk to somebody else's connection, try to get close to somebody else. Like you want it to be this thing. It's really Orgy Island.
It's definitely giving Orgy
It's
Island.
literally put your keys in a bowl. I'm gonna just pull some keys out, and then that's who I'm rocking with.
No, no,
That's
no.
literally what this, and that might be too grown for a lot of y'all.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but
Captain Force said, between Anaya following up behind Melanie like like a lackey and sucking the energy out of KC, which let's talk about that. With the constant need for reassurance, she is losing me. Let me
she's
tell you,
losing me
I
and the
could not
plot.
agree anymore. I do think that Anaya is not only becoming a weird partner to be coupled with, but she's like a bit of a weird friend. But also don't suck all the black boy joy out of Casey.
And that's exactly
It's
what
gonna piss
she
me
is
off.
doing. The idea that you wouldn't understand it, I don't think nothing about KC give me he plays too much. Now I'm not there all the time, but just from
Right,
what we watching,
right.
he doesn't give me that he plays too much,
He
right?
gives me lightheartedness. I'm on a fucking island
In Fiji, my
in
oh
Fiji,
sorry.
but
Juneteenth.
yes,
Happy Juneteenth, yo. But like I'm in Fiji, you out here trying to disrespect the vibe. Like, what are we doing?
straight 100%.
But that's why I want to talk to Soul. Because if you knew who you was for
Yeah,
real, and that's what I be trying to tell people, yo, I would bag Barack Obama and he in love with Michelle. But it's the all about the vibe. It's never about you ain't got to be the baddest bitch to do nothing. You just gotta have an energy, you know what I mean? And a lot of y'all lack the vibe. People
yeah.
don't even want to be around you. You smell. And that's Anaya. Something about her energy is so Eeyore. Please take it back to Pooh.
No,
Please. We don't want nothing to do with it. Take it back to Pooh and Piglet with their mental disorders, okay? Because we don't want to deal with it.
yeah. Like I just think I don't want to see you drain the life out of KC. And also to your point, he is our. I think the producer is chosen. It's
Hmm.
not you.
Hmm.
You don't pick up that mantle, right? Kendall was chosen
I
as the
agree.
producer. KC is chosen. This is a mantle that
Even though
falls.
Zach think he thinks he's the
Which he
producer.
couldn't be more wrong.
Yes.
But this is a mantle that falls upon you, right? And to me, KC has the weight of producing, and part of that, you need part of what you need to be able to do that job adequately is you need to be light. You need to be solid in your coupling, so your jaw
Yes.
not stressing you out, so that you
Yes.
can focus on corralling the. There was a meme after maybe 2 episodes ago when I don't know if y'all saw it, but it was a real quick clip when Casey woke up in the morning and said, "Y'all was on some bullshit last night," and somebody reposted it and said, "Casey want his house back in order." I agree. The vibe. Somebody has to corral the vibe.
Yeah.
Somebody, in order to do that, you have to be the vibe, and you have to have good vibes about you. You
He's
can't
losing it
do that
though.
when your Joan is stressing you out.
And she is stressing me out because her self-esteem is in the basement
It's,
and
I
it's
mean, in
very hard.
hell.
And the truth is, and I mean this with all due respect, do I think that Soul has a very good personality? Yes. But I think if you have the opportunity to shine your light and be yourself, that would be enough for KC. I actually believe he really wants to go after Soul, not even just because she a baddie, but because he's exhausted.
I know. And you cannot do that because then it'll drain. Because some of these people that keep the life in the villa, excuse me, even the islanders need that.
Yeah.
Going through all of these stuff that they going through, you need somebody who is secure in a relationship who can, because if you're dealing with a bullshit yourself, you can't be an ear for Zach or be an ear for anybody else that's going through some stuff. Cause you so stressed out, you like, I can't handle your problems. I got my own problems.
Yeah. So this is my truth. I like Zach and Bryce. I mean Zach. Woo. I like Trinity and Bryce. I do not like Zach and Bryce. That's not the couple I like.
Child,
But I do
Trinity
like
and
Trinity
Bryce.
and Bryce. And I don't know what I don't.
I
You
don't
know
think
what
it's
it
nothing
is.
to like. It's
But
nothing to like
so this
from
is my
them.
thing. I think that oftentimes we watch this show and we expect explosive chemistry, and I think that they are two unbelievably awkward human beings. Okay.
Super.
And I think that they found each other and it feels so uncomfortable to watch sometimes. But also, is it me or does it feel rewarding to watch? Like what sometimes they're having a conversation that I feel like is grating, like grating, and then they land the plane and I'm like, huh.
No, I never feel like that. It feels like nails on a chalkboard to me when I watch them.
I like
I
them.
do feel like when I talk about couples playing the game, I'm talking about them. They playing the game. They've watched the show before. They know who Nick and Alandria are,
I don't.
except
I think that's too far.
they
I think that we have to stop doing that. This
let
show
me
has been
let
on
me
for so many seasons.
let
I'm
me
so bored.
let me
Nick and
get my
Landry, we're not the first. It's
let me
so
get my
annoying.
thoughts
It's
out.
so annoying.
Let me get my thoughts out. That was a reference from a
It's so
previous
annoying.
from the last season. So they know who these people are, and we what we see with people who come on these shows is they jump on what's hot and what's hot recently, right? So their reference would have been that, right? But I do think that I don't need an Ace and Shelly type of chemistry to believe for me to vote for you or to believe that you shouldn't be kicked off the island, right? As somebody who is in a relationship that is, just that boasts with energy and chemistry, I don't think that everybody is going to have that in life. We had a conversation about that a little while ago, right? I think that everybody who wants somebody can find a person for you, but I don't expect you to have what I have. And when I long for relationship, loving, solid relationships for my friends and my family, I'm not trying to get you. I think it's too. I think it's too overzealous for me to want for you to have what I have, right?
Yeah.
So I'm coming at this from a sober-minded perspective. I just want you to have a modicum of chemistry, like a little bit of like I know that like Casey and Anaya didn't really choose each other, right? But I
And
can
neither did Bryce and Trinity for real,
right, and
for
it's
real.
clear to me. But I believe that at least, and so that's why I reference KC and Anaya because they're to me very low on the pole of chemistry and like, but it doesn't feel like gameplay to me.
Do you think that's because they're black?
No,
I think that
no. I think
theirs
it's
feel
be
more like gameplay to me
and maybe
than Trinity and Bryce.
maybe and to
Because
your
we
point,
actually see them
hold on,
talking
and to
about
your
things.
point, maybe their commonality is because they're black. Like maybe the things that they find easy to talk to, comforting, relatable, maybe they have in the villa to them, maybe that has a component of it. But when I see people who are just together for the plot or just together because
Mm.
they're just here, I don't think about them. I think more about Bryce and Trinity.
Okay, so I don't necessarily agree with that, but I'm fine with Bryce and Trinity still being here. I thought that their letters were really cute. Um,
I just think it's more people. I think somebody said the other day we was in a car and somebody said in a room of billionaires, somebody is the brokest billionaire.
yes, very
And
true.
I just think in a season where, and it's very clear that y'all are not really pleased with the cast this season, neither am I. In a season where a lot of people need to go home, they are just not at the top of that list for me.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of people need to
The
go
truth,
home. I'll get to them.
a lot more people need to go home to me than Trinity and Bryce.
And that's where we can agree.
Um, Melanie and Sincere write a letter to each other, basically proclaiming their love. Why do you think Sincere did not like Soul?
Cause she's crazy.
Who's crazy?
Melanie.
What is that?
Soul didn't do anything to Melanie.
No, I said, why do you think Sincere didn't like Soul?
Oh, I do think that Sincere
Why do y'all think
I
that?
think Sincere did like Soul. I just think that
He liked Melanie more.
I think he liked Melanie more. I think that there was a bit of gameplay to it too. Like I see now the thing is, and this is to your point that we were just talking about. The thing is that as these shows build up
Mm-hmm.
their popularity and the seasons go on, the people watching these seasons and the people that are applying to be on these shows, they internalize what's happening, what works, what they think they should mimic. That we've seen it happen on multiple shows, multiple different franchises, where people, the bigger the show gets, the more people that are signing up for these shows try to
So
self-produce.
you believe that? I don't think that he's producing. America already broke them up. So the idea is that America doesn't even want you with Melanie. So if you were producing, you would just stay in a couple with Melanie. No.
No, I think that some of these people think this is what's going to get me to the end.
To go back to somebody America already said they don't want you with.
I believe that these people are not on Twitter. They don't have phones. They're not reading what the
No,
sentiment
they
is.
did a vote.
No,
They
no, no. I
broke
know.
up Sincere
They know
and
what the vote
Melanie.
they know what the vote is, but they don't have a 360 view of what is being said about them.
Mm,
And so I think to underestimate their ego is a mistake.
okay.
I think a lot of these people think I know what I'm doing. I've seen this show before.
Yeah.
I know how to get to the end. Saying Corbin just did it. Oh, America can't break us up. You would think that that's not something you would
And
want to say.
America got to fight harder. We could do better, y'all.
But you
We could do
understand what I'm
better
saying?
because we could break him up. He has to go home. He is a predator of the degree. Okay. He makes me uncomfortable to watch. And what also scares me, and not to cut you off, baby, and I'm sorry because I want to get back to Melanie, but I have to say this. Corbin is very young to have this kind of behavior where he just want to kiss women in the mouth and do all these, like, what I think is like back in the day, watching Love Island, you wouldn't even kiss outside of the challenges. People kiss so much, they had a boundary. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because we need to get to know each other. And I think everybody is just, somebody said this is Diddy Island, and I can't unsee it.
Ooh, that's terrible. Tracy said, I honestly think it was just payback. He wanted to get her back for having him look crazy. That could be a part of it. Um, M Level 83 said, I think Sincere like Soul. I think Sincere like to be wanted, chased the prize, and Mel chased him more. I think that could also
Oh,
be
I
a
think
part of
you
it.
hit that on the nose.
Because
I think you
Soul
are
was very
right.
like, and I liked her energy. Don't get me wrong. Before she started crashing out at the end, I think Soul was very laissez-faire, very calm,
Chalant. I'm or
very
nonchalant.
nonchalant, a little too nonchalant, which I can appreciate. Even as a man, like I think people think that like only women want to be chalanted. No, 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 no.
I'm not doing that shit for no man.
I
Grow
do
up.
think
Where are the men's? Everybody want to be a girl.
no, that's not. I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
I don't.
I
Sorry.
think that men what's lost on I think the conversation around this
That
is
men want to
that
feel wanted.
100% and to the point where even if it's want from a crazy she is bad shit,
But then when I say that
she's
men like
insane.
crazy women, you be saying I'm wrong.
No, 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 I say you wrong when you say mean. Look at
Y'all
me,
see
I'm
me trying to switch the word? I knew
yeah,
what I said. I
yeah.
just was trying to.
No, 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 I say you wrong when you say men mean, but I think men will overlook the crazy if she's chalanting about them, and that's just it's not a sexy topic.
Yeah.
But men want you to be chalant. If you a little too cool, so I'm going to the one who's busting. I've seen it. You've seen it with some of our very close and personal friends. I'm going to the one that's busting out the window of my car because she's chalanting
Because the
about me.
squeaky wheel gets the oil.
I mean, it's like it's something to that. So when you say that, like, you know, you think he likes sincere, I do think he did like sincere.
No, you did think he looked like sincere, like soul.
Sorry, I do think sincere did like soul.
Yes.
These names,
I know.
I do think that sincere did like soul. I do think that there was something there. I agree. I do think that what could have broke the camel's back was soul was just a little too nonchalant about it. And Melanie, I've seen time after time men overlook the crazy for the person who's has way more energy for them,
The theory is that soul cursed sincere out. Did you guys
which
see
was
that?
just so misplaced to me.
So at first I thought, get him, girl, right? And then I thought, it's not Sincere's fault that he was in a couple with you.
No.
Because he said, I would have maintained my couple. Like basically, America put him in a couple with Soul, right?
Yes, he got played by production. He
Yeah, because
got
it is
placed. It
production.
was a production move.
Yes,
He
yes,
got placed in a couple with you.
yes.
So the fact that like she's pulling a hooda at the end, which made me come off of Team Soul because I was Team Soul until she started calling him a bunch of
It was
bitch
a little too
asses.
many F
It was too much for
words.
you to have known this motherfucker a week.
But you know
You're that bent out of shape. That's a red flag to me.
what it was for me is eat my behind
Come
after
on, bro.
I go to the bath, after
Come
I
on, bro.
defecate. Are you crazy? Why? I get it, and I love to curse a
I
man
don't
out. I
get it.
really
I
like
don't
to
get
be
it.
mean to men, but I also don't want to be like crass. Like you are on national television, sis.
That's not even being mean. That's just you being butthurt about a guy
It was a little too
who
butthurt.
you met like an hour ago.
But
That's
that
a
butt
red
hurt,
flag.
but that butt hurt stem. It's hard to be a beautiful woman in the world and be rejected in that regard, like or feel rejected. And I think that that's what she's experiencing. I think that she's experiencing this new feeling, this new energy. She said when she walked in as a bombshell, she's gotten every man that she's wanted. And I think that now that that's not proven to be the case, um, it's coming, it's lashing out.
And that's ugly to me. That's ugly, and that's
It's
what
a
Huda
bit,
did. That's ugly to me, and I think if you can't keep your composure,
yeah.
because part of the reason why I felt for soul throughout this process until the end of the last episode was that I felt like she was very composed. Even when she felt like she was being picked on by the guy, she was being
Yes.
picked on by the girl, she was being alienated, she was being ostracized, she was being set aside, all the things. She was very much so in the confessionals, like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm having a hard time in the villa. It was
Yes.
very much like even kill, respectful. I'm gonna keep it cute, and I like that. And then after you was in a coupling with Sincere for 24 hours. Now I thought that was a mistake by the producers. Why are we doing a recoupling 20 a day or a day and a half after these people just got in a couple was weird to me. The whole scheduling this season is weird.
Oh,
It
oh,
just
I
didn't
understand
make
what you're saying.
sense. Like,
You're saying, so Joe is saying that America just recoupled these people.
yes,
And now
y'all are
maybe an
recoupling
episode or
again.
two episodes.
I don't even
We're
know if
doing
it was
another.
two
I don't
episodes,
even think it
babe.
was two episodes. I was giving room, but
Yeah.
I think you're right. One more episode, they get to recouple basically themselves.
Yeah.
Um, wow, I think it's something to that because I think it doesn't give enough room, time, energy to even. He just had the conversation with Melanie
Right. Tracy said, I think her mask was removed when she felt like she was trying to play nice. And maybe you're
and
right.
heavy on the trying,
Because
babe.
you're part of this is art imitates life, right? When you first start dating, what is everybody showing you? Their
Yeah,
representative.
yeah.
That probably wasn't the real soul. You know what I
But
mean?
you want to hear something? I don't think I've done that.
Yeah,
I
you
am
don't
like
think you've
really
done what?
like I get exhausted being no, I only show a representative if you're showing a representative. Does that make sense? Like if I meet somebody and then they feel and I feel like they're being a little too crass and a little bit too like they a little too then I'll be that way too. Like I mirror in that way.
But I think that part of the representative thing isn't
It's
always
real. It's not a bad
but
thing.
I think part of it isn't always intentional.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes time to get to know the real person.
Oh
All
hell
the
yeah.
time. I should
All the
take
time.
the
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah,
time
yeah,
out.
yeah.
It takes time to get to know the real person. So you're meeting the representative by default
Yes.
because you don't know somebody in their entirety
Yeah.
after a week of knowing them.
I'm saying that
You just can't. And we all lead with our best self, right?
right.
So we
Right.
all are showing up with our representative because that's just the human default, right?
Right.
And then you won't get the chance to know all of the flaws, all of the intangibles holistically until after some time has passed. So I don't think that
It's not a
sometimes
bad
it is
thing.
manipulating somebody.
Yes.
But most of to me, a lot of
Like
the
Zach
times
being a homosexual man and pretending
but
like he's not, his representative is a heterosexual who
maybe
likes
so.
Kata, even though
Maybe
he hates Kata.
maybe
He doesn't even dislike Kata. He doesn't even just not like Kata. He hates her. And I want y'all to be privy to that as well. Like y'all gotta know when men do not like y'all. And Zach hates Kata. But I'm done.
M level is it this is we did this before. This is not mall, right?
It can't be
I don't
more,
think
which
so.
is weird
M level
because I think Mom was born in
I don't even know what she did. But
America.
M level said ladies never show any man that he got you that press. A trash man will use it to manipulate and control you.
Thank
I know because
you.
I have done it to ladies when I was young.
Oh, you ain't doing it no more. You ain't doing it no more. But that's the truth. That's what I'm saying. We're too impressed with the minimum. You know what I mean? And I think that I don't necessarily believe that Sincere was being a liar as much as that I'm bored with toxic. It's hard not to be toxic in this environment. So maybe I
Because
should walk
this
that back.
environment
Right.
literally is
Right.
made to coax toxicity out of everybody. You know what I mean? But that's why I was saying about Anaya. I just felt like, girl, this show is. Have you watched this show? Out of
She's
everybody who
on a
I think
different
have
show.
watched this show before, Anaya, I don't believe has watched this show.
She's on a different show.
What
That's
show are you
clear.
on, sis?
He can't even look at nobody else, talk to nobody else, like
You got mad at him for
anything.
pulling somebody for a chat. They pull people for a chat. If you play a drinking game and you want to black out, drink every time somebody gets pulled for a chat.
But you need to. The problem is that, and this is a thing. I think like I said, this is fear based. Trinity, Anaya need to be pulling more people for chats, and I'm saying
A
that
hundred
them because I
percent.
feel like Melanie would pull somebody for a chat if she found them, because she was doing it in the beginning. Like, you know what I mean? She
But
pulled
that's why I said,
Corbin and everything like that.
but this is what I'm
But
saying.
he has to go
This is
home.
I agree, right? This is what I'm saying. That's why I don't think
It's a
Melanie. I think
confidence thing.
Melanie is mentally ill. She's not really game playing to me. When I say the game playing thing, it's a specific thing. You know what I mean? And I think Trinity is with Bryce because she thinks this is going to get me through to the end. Melanie, I don't think Trinity is mentally ill. I think Melanie is mentally ill. She's
I
she's
don't think
she's
Trinity is just
unhinged,
smart.
bro.
I think Trinity is going with the path of least resistance.
But that's
I don't
game
necessarily.
playing to
I,
me.
I, I,
You understand what I'm
I can
saying?
understand how that could be game playing for sure, but I think like Anaya, I think that her and Bryce are trauma bonding. They both dealt with being rejected,
It's a
and
lot of trauma
and
bonding
now
there.
they're like, listen, at least we choose each other, and we can maintain our vibe. We can feel like good energy. We can help be a wingman for KC when he goes and chats with Soul. Did y'all peep that? And we can kind of like still be ourselves without feeling the pressure. Because I think there's also a certain amount of pressure of being coupled up. The reason why these people don't want to be, they're so closed off as Couples Island, is because there is a pressure to do that.
When you
So,
are single and vulnerable, you are soon to be dumped from the island. That's the game playing part to me. That's the
right.
to
And
me,
that's true.
that's the thing where people know, oh, I'm single. I don't want to be single and vulnerable.
Yeah.
So I'm in love with you, Bryce. Like, come on, bro. We know
I
you're
don't
not.
think she's in
But
love.
because she's not. Stevie Wonder can see that.
Okay, go ahead.
When
Don't, not too
Tracy
much of my
said
girl.
Mega Barbie, is she Tracy, are you talking about Kenzie?
No, is it Mega Barbie or Mega Barbie, baby?
I don't know because I thought it was Mega. I think it was supposed to be Mega Barbie, but you can clarify that. But also shout out to you for multitasking. She said me watching you live, Love Island, and the soccer game with Haiti. Let's go. Let me know. You need to drop the score though.
For real.
If you're watching a World Cup, drop the score. You know what I mean.
Cause they
U.S.
beat
won
Brazil,
today.
right?
Haiti,
Haiti beat Brazil, and now who are
they
they
playing
playing?
now.
Okay, we gotta. I meant for this
But
to be over so y'all can watch Love Island.
I know we getting out of here, y'all. Because we have to go.
I'm delivered.
It's date night. But
Is
also,
this small? Y'all, this is my brother. This gotta be my brother. It's no way.
no, because he would have said. He would have said.
It's
Also,
no
he said,
way.
"I'm not." I'm not saying I'm not trash no more. I'm delivered. I've been married for 16 years.
Is this my brother? This is
They've been
really
married. They haven't been married.
15 years last year. That's when I said I was pregnant. It's been 60, Joe.
I would assume he would have said like
That's hilarious because I didn't know. He's at my house all the time.
M
He's
level
never shown
expose
any
yourself. We
interest
need to know.
in Love Island. That's why I'm like,
We are trying to figure out if
last
are
time we
you
were
who we
watching it,
think
he
you
asking
are.
us what's going on. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
This, that. But yeah, so at the end of this all, Soul gets kicked from the island. Caleb stays. Gabe gets kicked. The boys are upset because they're homosexuals.
No, the boys
And
are upset because this was a layup. Soul and Caleb was a layup. That's why I referenced the thread comment where they said, listen, Caleb was a bombshell, Soul was a bombshell. They did what bombshells are supposed
maybe
to
it was a
do.
producer thing
It probably was.
because
Because also, let's be more transparent with this motherfucking vote. Please.
and I want it from top to bottom,
I need it from top to
one
bottom.
to eight
I
or
need to
however many of them
see
it is.
what is going on because this is giving
Yes, I
Elon
need it.
Musk.
I need an
It's
American
giving
Idol. I need a
Starlink.
yes. I need
Okay.
American
I need
Idol
to
numbers.
see, I need more transparency with this vote because I do believe that when you had to vote for the coupling and everything like that, right? One, who did you vote for? The last vote was your favorite couple. And then they did the bottom thing.
I voted Trinity and
Terrible.
Bryce.
I voted KC and Anaya as I should be.
No,
Happy
I voted
Juneteenth
Trinity.
emoji.
Oh my god, you don't even know
Umoja.
that. You don't even know what it
Yes, I
means.
do. It means unity. Unity.
Oh, okay,
I'm
daddy.
the only Igbo motherfucker in this house. Okay. I'm the only black Ivory Coast. I'm all the way black. No, no. I'm go to my 33 and me. It
I'm
say
sorry,
blackity black
you.
black black.
You know what? Please move on,
You
sir.
know what I'm
He
saying?
had one drink, y'all. But
I'm
I
just
don't
telling
know that
you.
he ate today. So I'm gonna give him a B.
I'm just telling you. I do think that it was some validity to the post because they said Caleb came in, did what he was supposed to do. Soul came in, did what he was supposed to do. At the point where they have strucken out multiple times, let them go. Release them and let's try somebody else. Nobody in the villa is fucking with them. Find let them go and find somebody else. Y'all, those of y'all who doing sympathy votes, y'all need to repent.
Yeah, I don't know
Stop with
that.
the sympathy votes. That's not what y'all have lost the plot. This is not Big Brother. You are not here to vote your person, Amaya, to the end because you love that person. Don't ruin this season for us again. Don't fuck up my
Well,
villa.
look at well, this is how we got Donald Trump because people don't even know how to vote.
That's true.
They don't even vote right. Oh, the people in Gaza, and they was about to be flattened and be a
Now it's
motherfucking
about to be.
resort. Now it's about to be Cancun.
But he said,
Like,
read this. You read it.
this is Jamal.
No, it's not.
This is Jamal.
No, it's not. No, it's not, bro. No, it's not.
That's some shit he would say.
Anyway, we got a World Cup update. Haiti 0, Brazil 2. It is going to be stressful because
The blacks versus the
Brazil
blacks.
is not about to lose this lead, but God bless. Okay, and happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth. But we want Haiti to win because if y'all didn't know, they were the start of the slave revolution. You know what I mean? We probably wouldn't be. We owe a lot of our emancipation to Haiti emancipating themselves from France. So, um, and being the first country to set themselves free from them, then we started to do that as well. And so shout out to Haiti and shout out to the blacks in the front, not the back. Okay.
I'm not trash no more. Really tickle me. This is the post of the day today.
No, this is my y'all.
I'm not
This
trash
is
no
my
more.
it's too many similarities for you not to be my
Zar
brother.
is not. I'm telling you.
It's him, and I'm going to wait till I'm gonna text him
Let me
right after
tell
this.
you
I'm be like,
like
"What
right
you doing?" He gonna be like, "Okay, here."
now.
What? But also, if you don't know my brother, his name is Max Level Mall. He's like an insane barber, celebrity barber. So you guys should look him up. He's wonderful. But so that's my plug.
And that's his YouTube handle. His YouTube handle is Max Level.
I
So
know
that it's not. He don't have. He's not Kevin Durant. He's not out here with
with a
shadow.
burner,
Yeah, with a burner account.
unless it's like Harlem.
No, it's not.
No, Harlem wouldn't say she was married 16
No,
years.
no,
She
she
wouldn't even
would.
think that far.
She's 13, 12. Did
12.
I get it wrong?
12. But yeah, y'all. So we gotta feed our baby. Tonight is date night. Do my arms look big in this dress, y'all? Can somebody
Girl,
no
no.
tell me, be
Oh
for
my
real, y'all.
God.
Be for real. I need to
Please.
know the answer now because I'm
Please. It's no
going to
answer.
leave with I might wear this dress, but I don't know if it's like not giving. It's a maxi or whatever the case may be.
No, Zara, no.
So I might be changing because I think I got the potato salad arms, which I do make potato salad, but it's giving the potato salad arms. But I'm
No,
a
it is.
mother.
No, it is not.
Um. So yeah, next episode we're gonna see these people. Hopefully, duke it out. If you're watching, don't say anything yet. We're gonna talk about it on Monday.
We are.
So tomorrow's no episode from Love Island. Sunday we'll get a new one, and Monday we'll get a new one, and we'll try to film 3. Let's try to film. Oh no, tonight's Sunday and Monday, and then put something out for you guys on Tuesday.
Also, they announced Married at First Sight, the date, but they also announced the couples what
I
I
hate when they
didn't
do
love.
that.
I
What do
hate
y'all
when they do
think?
that. I don't like when they do that, but they did announce. But we'll be obviously thank you. Kenny, read what Kenny said.
Thank you, baby.
Come on.
I feel like I look big, like,
Lord
and I don't have
please.
my baby took all my brush, y'all. I ain't got no more titty no more, and that's really upsetting to my soul.
That's not
And that's
true.
my truth. That's my truth. I'm really hurt about that. So when I come out here with triple G's, I don't want a bitch to say nothing to me because I'm not playing. I'm going to lay on the slab, okay? Because I can't believe I don't have breasts no more. I just can't. I just can't believe it.
That's not true.
I can't believe it. So, thank y'all. I feel like y'all gave me a little bit of confidence, so we can go out tonight. We're going to Cleaver. Can I tell people where we're going? Is
I
that
mean,
weird?
they not gonna know, but it's a new. We going
Okay.
to a new spot. We going to a new spot. We gonna check out this new spot,
Yeah.
and then the folks is hitting me, so that might not be the only spot we going, but we'll see.
Now I ain't planning to have no whole night now.
You
You
don't
know.
have to. You ain't driving or leading the pack. You a passenger princess for real.
I am a passenger princess. So thank y'all so much for joining us again. You guys show so much love for my baby's birthday. Happy Father's Day to all the daddies
Yes,
out
happy
there.
Kwanzaa, happy
Happy
Juneteenth.
motherfucking Juneteenth. All the nine back blacks to the back.
Straight up. What are y'all doing? Drop in the comments. What are y'all doing to celebrate Juneteenth? We are going to the Juneteenth Festival, Las Vegas tomorrow
Yes, we are.
with the family and the blacks of Las Vegas.
Yes.
So we looking forward to that.
Yes. And hopefully Haiti, I mean, two
No, no,
zip,
they cook.
two nil,
I'm
two
sorry,
nil is
Tracy.
that's
Not to Brazil. Brazil ain't giving up
two
that.
nil is wild. you know. Also, fun
But it's still
fact.
early, so they wouldn't be out of it, right? I don't know if they won a game yet, but it's still early, so this should only be game two for them.
For who?
Haiti, root play.
It is.
So they be
It
all right.
is. Yeah. Um yeah, it is game 2. But thank y'all so much for watching. Bust down. Let us know who you're rooting for in the World Cup. Okay. Number 1, let us know how you feel about the
I'm rooting
people
for
getting
all the
ousted from the
blacks.
island. And I'll give you the last theory of the day. The theory is that Soul and Gabe aren't actually ousted from the island. Even though I think I saw her post on TikTok today, y'all. Let me know if y'all saw that. But they'll be going to Casa.
Oh my
Because Casa's
God,
supposed to start Monday,
please.
y'all. Or start this next week.
That's
So we'll
such
see.
weird timing. Okay.
I know.
Let these people go,
Yo, we
please.
really need to be watching the UK version because they lighting the shit on fire over there. And they said it's
That's what
real
Threads is
good.
saying. Threads is saying somebody the last thread that I saw said, I'm done with this season of Love Island. I'm moving on to Love Island UK.
The UK is always better. They do.
They out of
They
control.
just.
Partly because they're out of control
But
for real.
also, if you the blacks, oh, I almost said something. I don't know if this controversial. Is it me or do the blacks be looking better in the UK?
I don't know. I mean,
And I don't mean it like that. I mean
they might be.
like,
They are a little bit more judged.
and I think that. Okay, can I say something controversial without y'all
Yeah.
air me out before we get out of here? Do the dark skinned girls be looking better in the UK?
I think it's the judging because I think
Oh, I think you're right. I think you're right.
the thing that put me off with Trinity physically was she just looked unkept.
Uncapped. She's young though. She's young.
The wig was up
I know
here,
she's a
then it
baby.
was up here,
Yeah.
then it was
But she
like
had the cute little curly hair. She got to get back to that.
stop it. Nothing about her was cute. I'm not gonna hold you.
All right, we gotta go. Thank y'all so much for joining us again. You were on Akana's couch. I'm your girl, Intisar Eleanor. I'm joined always by my beautiful husband, Joseph Connor. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment.
Yes,
Buy us some Mammy Tap and coffee because that's all we drinking. We're fueled
straight up,
by the bean. Okay, so
straight up.
thank you so much, and we'll see you beautiful mother jumpers later. Bye.
Peace.